koye nim enti da bia no ade papa ba emma ye kurom Ghana fo a na mani agye se me na mentimi nkomanimu a ewo so obi ba na nipa no take the baton ahead of us. Yes, enti me patcho share video ne ko Ghana na share video ne braha ye ba be din komo afa baby bebre na me start free Ghana bia wutie me UK emra ene ye ba beka ene den menye lawyer me din ede abana skin pain, but I have a knowledge about law. Lawyer ene ti ha no lawyer nie me menye lawyer enti wo any question be a lawyer ene wo so wubusa no share video no me wie program ya me wie enfreme me patcho fe lawyer because wo frame a bia answer me de be ma no eye no mfa enko a answer ena me de be ma enu nti na me sere wo bia say share video no ema wo bi ema wo nua bi me ko Ghana na me dia ba besi eye ekuromi ha eye British efo eso na yiyufo ya domusuko kakra na ya mamo zambrano enipa mo hwe me nye enough ena mabeka zambrano asama kiremo minimu se nkofo bebre atwen for long nkofo bebre pe zambrano ho asamo atie mo atwen for long ena minimu ba bedi nkomo because obi ho kra won tea zambrano bia wo Ghana na wutie me a ekuromi ha ye won krata eye miensa ene wo kromi ha ye wo enkrata wo begina wo baso wo Ghana na wutie mi a me pacho tie mi ene 2 days na me ye video bi me se turu abona skin pain obi a wo te Ghana mpo eba eye British born obi a wo te Ghana mpo ne ba ekura British passport through abona skin pain a program so entity mi ye se wo Ghana na ye kuromi hankrata mi ensana ekura ye no ye wo eye 2.5 years na ye wo 5 years na ye wo indefinite leave to remain ansana wadru heaven no eye British passport enti eno de enka ho eno de eye wo automatic enye no asem na meka bia wokura eye 5 years by awarie wokura 2.5 years by oba anase 2.5 years ne kura no wugina awarie so na wogeye but awarie say 2.5 years say you for 5 years together no makani nyina abom say wokura 5 years by awarie ena bia wokura 2.5 years on a 10-year route wugina wo baso ena wode geye 2.5 years ena wukura indefinite leave to remain me start every obia okura 2.5 years eso minim say 2.5 years de say nipa no will not qualify obia owo Ghana enti minye 2.5 years no enfem firi ho na emom meka ho asem me kasa ababesi indefinite leave to remain any British passport bia wo Ghana wutie me mfa ne se na agyeman aba Ghana na agyeman ba Ghana no eye example na me de ma na agyeman wo ne yire ene tie ne maye 80 enti bia example na agyeman aba Ghana na agyeman ba Ghana no ene obetwa ne ho mistakenly ene bia wo hu wo ba bi ene otwa ne ho ene nyinsan ebaye nyinsan baye no na agyeman nim so ne wo nanyem enso so because of owo yirinti ana because of bibinti o se me nye ready me de mankase menyem wo mankase me yesei na agyeman afri Ghana no abekromi ha wawo na agyeman bia wo kura 2.5 years na agyeman ebetimi di ni 2.5 years no abefa wo ba no wo Ghana no aba na bia na agyeman kura 5 years by awarie na agyeman betimi edi ne 5 years no abefa kura na wo ne wo Ghana no aba na enye de wo no be ma ne epe ede befa no bia na agyeman kura indefinite leave to remain no so masere na agyeman kura British passport na agyeman ne wonyim wo Ghana no o se nyinsen no wonye eho na meba enye wo bi a wode ne paaka so okay nyinsen ne mageme be fa me ba akọ lawyer wate ase enye no na meka na mo meka wo bi se na agyeman se akora ne de me fa ne ma abrochire ba wo no wonni mu pefe se na najeman na wone no awo okay na najeman semate na najeman edi ni din ato akora ne so enti wo hwa akora na wo Ghana na ne birth certificate na najeman ya wo kura indefinite leave to remain na najeman kura ya bia na okura British passport ba ni din eda akora ne birth certificate ne so woni musawu maame na wote Ghana no a woni wo ba ne te ho no lawyer betimi aboa wo ama akora ne nya indefinite na ekura na najeman ni bi wo Ghana ana British passport na ekura na najeman wo kromi ha no lawyers betimi aboa ama akora ne ya British passport ama akora no from birth ama wo maame na wo wote Ghana woni ani da so there is no hope no won susu wagina so e de abaha bi are you aware eya haya na adenya no eno ti na make catch us me wie program ya me wie lawyer ebe mu bia me wie ye wie ano afre lawyer enti me pa cho e bia na obi nim wa be wo Ghana one wa wo ose wo akora no me fa ne ma abrochire unim se nipa no okura indefinite leave to remain okura British passport me pa cho hwe ben me na ne bra ne betena se ne ni nkomo hwe ben me ya beka ho asem pen early this year but hwe ben me na ye ni enkomo na men free omo Ghana ne so no embra ekuromi hasen enkura omukura eye ebia akura no ye wo no omami ni nkrata opapa eni nkrata sese ekuromi ha enkrata aye din first ni nyina ni mu se eye aware oh me kwaware obi mehia bema mehia oba entina ma ware mo ware a emra eye yiyu aware no na emra emma mo ho kwan se mutimi de application etumu wo kromi ha na yemma obi a wo ni nkrata na ya ware wo no yemma wo enkrata ba sese no ye ni yiyu mu biom ye free yiyu mu 31st of December 2020 2 years nie ene ye free yiyu mu but enkofo be bradwun mo se lawyer ye free yiyu mu eye 30th of June 2021 ene ye free yiyu mu enti wo kolo ye bi ho ana wo hia be ma bi na wo pe no a me kasa wo kasa bebuo mu na di akire bi ko me ne lawyer ne te ha wo hia be ma na se wo pe be ma no wo hia wo ba na se wo pe wo ba no e wo ye nye kuromi ha se ya e bia makohu lawyer ne se oh ye free mu die ba ye free mu eye 30th of June eye 2021 and still metimi ya application the amount last year na ewo ho saa enkofo bebre no e survive with that but this year na die if you joke a obi beju usika edi enti obi wo ho a maami ni nkrata papa ni nkrata but oma wo ewo ekuromi ha sing by law e was akra ne continue etene kuruma for 7 years and son na wanya eye 2.5 years impo and a couple of months ago Miss Pretty Patel diaba say akura bia watene kuromi ha continuously for 7 years no yema akura no eye indefinite leave to remain enti yema akura ni indefinite leave to remain na the following year akura ni timije British passport ye baba be di enkomo makasa from Ghana e di aba be si ha ye be di enkomo enti obia neba ewo kromi ha akura ni nkrata bia akura no wakoji 2.5 years impo e di ama no wanya 7 years say in 7 years no you don't need to wait for 10 years akura ni betimi age ne British citizen no ne bo e din e expensive but say no Miss Pretty Patel say yem fan chemo e free o se Zambrano fee waiver yem fan chemo Zambrano ni di nipa mo hweme no is not enough ena maka Zambrano ne ho asem e di akire mo enti mu share video na as time goes on no Zambrano application will come in wa wo Ghana wo entitled for Zambrano ana wa wo EU country na ukura eye EU child anasa we carer of a EU nino won so we were outside United Kingdom we are entitled for Zambrano enipa mo hwe me 300 no munye enough ɛna maka ɛho asɛm enti membra ɛyɛ lawyer so lawyer yen starting free Ghana.
Okay, that's it. Say getting to the latter part of last year and yeah debate to just say you know there's a case law say no abedi emu ye before na e wo honomo but na amnfo bibire no entimi utilize it because we are if you can see most kofa we bla kofo we bla when yani ya refuse na so wo hwemu pa from last year September October ABC eneno emra abane emra aboa enkora pa
emwa na boa enkora
yeah emra na aboa enkora na no na
that means a favor enkora
yes into
okay.
Is in favor of children
okay
na se boa enkora nso a na aboa parents na just ko nanim anu no into enkora na yes seed wo dey AC form na agro
eduaba ye edua
na yeso bia no atiti bia di enti se wo akra is like a gold nugget obetimi
I say wo kromi ha a gold nugget
hey lawyer you know so so share from last year September bana se dem kan na emra abani nyina ye mra eboa emofra na you start free outside the UK so they will kind
outside UK
enti no meka two
different types
of mechanic. One, I say a parent here will work British passport. Now only obi akwawu or Ghana.
Okay, good.
Now only the panel Ghana no. 2 ways. Ebia ojitum, ebia wanyantum.
Okay.
Into ojitum dia jumani easy.
Oh, good.
And he say only British citizen awo. Now it doesn't matter if anyone or UK and now any part of the ones the person is a British citizen and san all one or who are automatically banner is a British. It is an American. So the child is British from birth. It's you don't need to do much. And once obey your application outside British British passport application or overseas British passport application and I obey. But of course, say a chubby brea. I don't say DNA near there. They say a fresh DNA in Shadam, but if it's more than 1 year, 2 years, aircraft, I feel no one say DNA money there. But automatic say the Bema of France say a banner dear. And I'm a chief or my bar me when the obedient with me the dancer say, Obia or Kowa Bonting or Ghana. A beer about the application be and I successful. Yeah, many who refuse for any of my clients yet in this area of law. And a second part, and no, and I'm say, maybe any baby any beji. Yes, say, only bearman now Angie and to know Johnny. And say, only now, unim say bearman a British citizen. And I say, wouldn't dean date of birth near the other. Be able to me funny outside or a British citizen. And I say, Abia, Bearman buy, you know, or no, I can't share. And I wouldn't pay face or a British citizen. So the only issue is that you need to know that the person is a British citizen. And he say, one can't share, and now Nima, ubit me, I ain't shame. The application, you can say hosted parent.
Hosted parent.
Application, yeah, no, and I can say, Papa. Owo ye no adwane bibia ne HSN ne ban no ebia home office for ehwe munhwehwe mu a obetimi aba back say papa no ko nye British citizen and also oye British citizen into so oye British citizen normally nessa yini say omtimi ka say sa achebebe omtimi ka say DNA na ebia ya start a trace where the father is and they will do paternity tests and all this but all the application are my year for hosted parents, you know, having had difficulties, say ABI, I was say a tracing and I say in tracing, but that part near idea, him say the better jay a body pan be ever Ghana. Now, yeah, cano, Papa 4, Mammy 4, and your mammy a Papa 4, I'm used to be on more call, never maybe could die, UK, Ghana.
And I'm many did send a bell to me and no what bell war. Ain't your papa to Ghana. Sana person chire.
Yes.
Good.
See, I had a scenario. I say papa mama ne ba wo ye no. Wa ka kire papa no. Ba o se papa ne nya do be na ba ha se. So akra no ni bibia. Enti papa na that time no ye adwuma kakra no ma ekoso ba no ma ye say. Enti no say your application as a parent of British citizen, not as a partner for the father. Ye kasi ye kamun sama edoso, but it me ye is say papa na make I say o krom ha. Minim so wotia na wotia. It is a nipa there's a lot of testimony or dwene ho a onim kwan it me fa so kosi sa banyame adom. And then transit no requirement no say wa ha. But most often the ana ye problem no mame fo na ma omo Ghana na bi abema bi ba ye wa be take boga you know abi take advantage na bi a owie ye no or say onji book ma abofra no na ompese mame no be krom ha no mo oba no say sanity na ne papa no nim so e British citizen na so so hwehwem so e British citizen a kwan wo ho no mo offer phone now for office here, it take you through all the process. But the over here birth certificate, also Papa Nidin also. Papa Nidin is so you need DNA. The law is very simple. I said the biological parents of the children names must appear in the birth certificate. Into any birth certificate in the so and the next option will be DNA. Into say name Papa na and I won't know whereabouts a bedding. But of course, they say social media, it's media, and probably barbonty. And also be home funny din and register on the Facebook near there. They've been so day. I have a client here, Bemon in a way, and so Tracy from one friend to another friend, and our grabono. And see, there's a way you can start tracing and search for this person and find out say, well, British or it's not a British. And now when you're British, and I say if you don't have those information, now we need yes, be or buy if you know, or a more fake name. No, the no one actual name and a mao, and now in the busu for bit me a funny house, a bearman, you did say, you did of birth to say, you bit me a shim, if a quiet a bit me, abu or not a crania in a British book. Now, craning and a British book were a honor mameno, also bit me so. Now, why application as a parent of British citizen, as waba a chrome animal. And there is opportunity for Ghanaians living in Ghana where they don't know the parent or they don't know the parent of the child or the children they have with this UK or British citizens living here. There was one scenario, I know they Bruni, but neba Bruni and then Bibini Ghana call you in a papano and as a grandchild, no money. Ne grandparent no will contact papa no contact a grandparent, not the actual biological father. And see oye no so Frank menya me ba no passport ban kura me nim baby or mo copy ho etimi aye ama bibia atodin. And there's the opportunity that you know if you have a British child in Ghana, you can migrate with your child to UK. But of course all this comes with cost. And offer lawyer also who say any free. Those applications you have to pay for. I mean the British passport application itself is more expensive, but so joining and finding anybody and only expensive route. Near the aba UK. Yeah, the aba UK good. And the UK so I'm say over the years I'm say I can't want somewhere and the last year you hope say. Lawyer me pacho me ba amenda lawyer number na mama se wakuto e dia to screen so no why lawyer number e na a good screen so no me pacho mon friend no office wo fra wo buku appointment is person lawyer Frank e kasa o mo be buku appointment ama na wo ne lawyer Frank akasa me pacho lawyer ye nkoso ma mo UK mama ma adwene emra ha na muntie obi sister abna what about Zambrano share video ni ne frɛ wo bi wo share video na enipa mo share about Zambrano me beka Zambrano asem no enye enough ema me etime pacho mon share video no YouTube for mo so mon share video no ema wo bi lawyer yenko UK eso okay. Enti ni aba UK na em say last year mo hono ye kan ho asem efa enkura ne fees no say a problem. Enti a lot of parents obi okura ne ba na di 17 years and so ntimi nya sika no enye ma no ne ba na ho passport na ansa ne yɛbɛba free waiver na abɛda hɔ no yɛbɛstart yɛ free nkora na yɛanwo mu UK so yɛwo mu wɔ Ghana
akora yimefa ne sɛ yɛwo no wɔ Ghana na bi a wɔ maame na papa e ba ha na wɔ maame ba ha na ɔde akora na di n'akyi de na ba ha sei
ene omo se omo ti krom ha
ena se omo abetena ha me fa ne say bia wo ba ha say so oba behwe queen birthday yi bi oba ye no obehu se London Bridge efe ena o se mi nkobium me pese me kohwe London Bridge enti mi nkobium o di 6 month visa ne ba ye enye nkrata enti wono no di 6 month visa aba na aya akora ena ye beka ne ho asem nye pani a wa be overstay ya akora wo ba ya ma ne 6 months
yes oba
akora ne ba ye no o maame ama na nkobium o papa ama na nkobium hallelujah mometie
enti sa enkra no asem na eye mobo emre bi etwem enti ni omutimi di over 7 years here and most of them maybe over by near they say over 4 years 5 years 6 years 7 years enti anytime onko university no na stona no waji 2.5 enti wase ne maame ekọ bosia edikotua ne school fees na
no me pacho chire mu wa ha say ko wachi kakra wa started from 2.5 akra wo no wa be kromi ha aye de na ba ha say oba se visit enti meaning say akra ne no maame ana wone ne papa enipa wode ne baaye no omumienu nyina ne ekura visited visa enti o my overstay omuni nkrata enti that means say akura no oni nkrata enti ye de na akura ne nya 2.5 no enti that means say watena half of the age ana timpa chochire mu hono
enti sa abofra no tena ha no mu 7 years ya so until be oba no wo be say 2 years or 3 years into 7 years no or 9 years and 10 years
not just watana half of the age
it's even more than
more than the age no okay good
the basic we start from 7 years then we move to half of his life
okay
into sabo fanat na hanu 7 years to 7 years no to qualify so be application say a child not born in UK but born overseas but have lived 7 years of his life or her life in UK.
Good.
So that is the first part. Into those children, you move 2.5, sir. But most often, because they are in crying, and maybe or bear say, say 6 or 8, let's say 8 years. And at 8 years, no, what na almost 7 years into 15 years, and I'll be to me apply. Into the second renewal, no, who will be about 17.5 years.
Now, college university.
Yeah, 8 years we university. And at that time, no, so abofrey, oko university. I wasn't a parent, no kobobosia, and I sikaka krawa save no. Also, what they could hear our friend's school fees. Into those children, they don't have opportunity to get indefinite straight away. Also accumulate 10 years. And so now crano 8 years. A crano no the first 2.5 or the first 2.5 in the buy no where you can say it has about friends or bahana 1 year into 8 years and so no the first 2.5. In the first 2.5 no ebeba
10 years.
Now 10.5 years. Till another 2.5 into ebeba no now 15 I can say 13 years. Another 2.5 bebano now over 15.5 years. Another 2.5 bebano now over 19 years. So
into
reinvesting and san obit imagine indefinite I want to be an 20th year into sakra we just for bahan or 1 year. So now omo mba into no cry there or as his turn advantage a bit. But omo mba hanebia or best is 6 years. Inti answer no yet indefinite no na ebi a university no kra no ye awie oba hana so 10 years dia ene ho kra de obi
wa ba abrewa
agent so inti na emra no enye favorable for these children so they are considered as a second class citizen into
second class citizen
because ni colleagues enyina ho mu nyina bi omkuta British passport or European passport. Now we die ono no edru time we go university no the parents ain't me skenti na we say or withdraw na bi okopa adwuma e save nti mo university progression a delay ebi wa ne parents will scar crash and as okoba bosia every year bia no obetua school fees, which is a lot on the parents shoulder. Nti mlana last year October when ye kan ho asem say oba krom ha ya nwa ha na se wodi half of your life year. So na when you valid leave for just 5 times, 5 years, and to valid leave 2.5, 2 times. Until 5th anniversary, no, which may apply for indefinite leave to remain. And on a concession, temporary concession, and a never home. And I feel no, or more amana permanent. As a obaha, now we spend 5 years valid leave. Oh, Cromantabi Abaha now 7 years. Now we do 14 years. Why do first 2.5? Until we do 17, I can say, so 14 days, 16.5 years, no. Okay, another 2.5. Until we are 17 years, no, which may apply for indefinite.
Indefinite, not just as say, more 5 years ago.
2.5 years. Yes, why do indefinite? Until most of these children are Obeko University, no. Net is okuta indefinite. Now, of course, the good thing about children's side is Home Office struggle to use good behavior against them when they are applying for indefinite, when they are applying for British passport. And you know, Sakrano ABA after 1 year, no, with me apply for British passport. Now, almost why you woman, I did 7 years. Onubozi no akwaje be no so no 2.5 saa. Se same rana buy na ya ka ho asem yes sisudua na say so oba at the 7 years here you don't need to apply for 2.5, apply for indefinite straight. Until akran yan indefinite be 7 years no bit my priority ni say no question na de be ma ya de mawa akran yan indefinite full year which is the 8th year na say 8th birthday no with me apply for British passport instead so be train with 10 years and so no apply for British passport no 8th year no bit me naturalize and as be registration for the child to become a British year and I say 9th birthday no bit me register the child to become a British citizen and now you can also wait 10 year no then you go under can say a child born here and live 10 years of his life in UK. So the law has become so sweet and beautiful for children, you know, who either born in UK to parents who have no papers or were not born in UK but they came here when they were below 18 years and they've lived 7 years of their life in UK or half of their life in UK. Now, say akrano ewo British passport. And so most parents no they are no more say akrano ebe do 10 years as my application because to know and I say maybe akono still na ewo hos when you good lawyer there akrano do 7 years now your application yes wait me no mami ako back because it's there is a text that you need to show a reasonable text is adentina muntimi nkofi. And then no I din kakra. And so if you get a caseworker who is a very difficult to say or went to me and show reason here, or no mammy intimate coffee, and I wouldn't know mum when you crana a first child no 7 years and your second child or 5 years, third child or maybe at 3 years in Krami and son, and then mom in our application here refuse to munyana. And to most parents and now some person will see second or train now about trying to do 10 years here.
Now, registration for British
passport and some application. But new lawyer bay say what is our crana also slow person approach lawyer be now application. You don't need to wait 10 years. We year indefinite marble frana the following year no which me apply for British passport. And the child can get his or her British passport when he or she is just 8 years or 9 years. And a short in time 10 years now, so we'll train and sana edro amoya application, you know, a shorten that period, you know. So these days you don't need to wait for 10 years. I mean, for the new law, no? It gives us indication that you don't need to even wait for 10 years before you register. But say one indefinite need, then you have to wait for 10 years and sana register the child as a British citizen. And this gives parents strong stand to put in application as a parent of a British child or as a parent with a child who has indefinite leave to remain in UK. If the child has indefinite leave to remain in UK, removing this child, even though when you're British, but removing this child will be difficult and his or her parents will be difficult. It's only when the child has committed serious criminal offense that removal will be difficult. It will not be difficult. But of course, a child who is around 8 years or 7, 9 years, it will be difficult to say that this child has committed a criminal offense. So criminality will not infuse in this matter, so which give the parents a big opportunity to take advantage and put in application for their children so that they can also regularize their state as early as possible. And to be a parent A, and a can acquire application, as a or name the banity. We and I'm saying British into the parent B, so bit me about say he has contact access in this with this child. It will also realize that parents ni me ni nyina nyomokrata. Na mo frank to no mo di akire no so nyina nyomokrata. And then life goes on. Now the beauty of the British application now as say am yin nyina ni agene say so last year mu bani nyina no na ye ka ho asem say ne boarding amount for cry I mean high court
petition petition ye nyina sensan bi say British okoye a child registration and ne boarding 1200 meboa and na even court no cry the by say around 300 or 275 and I was saying ka ban but abino court home office and it's court rule against us.
I mean the court ruled in our favor say the fees the government is charging is too exorbitant, too high, boarding. It was saying it should be around 275 or 325. But then the court also went further to give the government a big power, that the government still have a power to fix the fees.
The court still allow
I mean indirectly. And what's our court if you can see him for to me say
pay.
And almost 1,200 and is a bit me so much charge. But of course, the advocates are still campaigning against the exorbitant price for these children who are not working, that their parents have to foot the bill. And the last week, last week Friday, not the week after, before last week Tuesday, it was a Friday as Thursday, and I buy at the bar say no bit my fee waiver. Now fee waiver no. It is say we get 2.5 now your fee waiver. You still need to show why mean to your fees no. So okay to your fees now. But for us it's a big relief. Me establishes a mean to your and most parents no be you can say woman in krata, woman 10 years, more trauma, woman 10 years, we in krata cra. And I could be a bank account so chess where year Juma was Kawan home. Or be on so cry now, I feel when you need 2.5 or year Juma Kakra. And Gianna Eden, so with my raising South fund. And see, Safi waiver yabeta honmo, good news. And to a British child, would see an Asabia or Accra, or drew age, a beer with me register as a British citizen. And now bit me apply for indefinite here. If my child don't waste time, speak to a lawyer, start the process. The fee waiver, and you need a skillful lawyer who understands what he or she is doing so that the fee waiver will not be refused. Because if you don't put the evidence together very well, they may refuse the fee waiver application. And then you come back to square one. You have to raise £1,012 to go and pay for. So in Quranic side, good news at the power abatoha me in my courage will be as a mamuti, we take his advantage na you can say yetimi putting in the right application for your child or your children to gain either indefinite leave to remain or register as a British citizen.
Register as a British citizen. Afei and I do a feeding at ya Abana Skimpe Natre TV so and I would see no aha every Tuesday biano ye name mascot solstice etna say ye ready mrach efremra kanchemra pusumra and no mumra famra tesa pills no aha eye busia any daso aha say na wuni any daso a obinya no nyame ya adomo a next week ye ne lawyer etna say me pese yen kasamfa obi a wo kromi ha say we ye wo ba say we ye be mani nipa mo hwe me nye ina afokra enti no 3 something enye enough obi a enipa mo kromo mu ni nkrata on be boro 10,000 ene wo kromo mo do mo ho asie se kura de bebre kura beka ho yes student fo bi bebre ababa beka ho e wa ha se wuti kromi ha na wuni nkrata apart from aware se wo be ya aware e wo kromi ha sei aware ye beka kire wo se me enko Ghana na me fa application enko nkotum ma obi wo ho a osuro se wo be ko Ghana ame ye de application akwa akotum because me let me be frank with you me o frame na aka chem sister abna me share be ma me share wo ba me person ne ko Ghana me voice be ba form because me menso misro at the mouth because o kono ebi wo ho a ya mfa ma no kura de ye ba akopɛ but ukotena lawyer animu a lawyers ni bebre wo musika wo mo paaje enti they will try to convince you for soro kopem form say oh ko aye do bemba okọ a wanya lawyer papa okọ a wo beka enti aware ko Ghana no bebre no esuro ba meme lawyers me de me sabesi me bua ka kire wo say ansa na meme lawyers be ka kire wo say ko Ghana no no o matena se atoto nyoma Oma work things out e wo kurumi ha ama manya grounds ansa no obi aka kiro se ko Ghana enye sa me wo frem kra na ka se lawyer se me nko Ghana lawyer Frank me ka kiro se header enko okay enye wo bia e no be sore so wo ko Ghana obu wa wo de convince ni fra no pa kopem anumre obe ka kiro se lawyer me nko wo de lawyer kan che ne se wo de wo kokora me a me de me British passport be ma invitation obe ka kiro se me nko lawyer metna heya se nipa na onko Ghana no se nipa na afei ena waba mo afei na maba no eno na ya anamba bia meka se ade power wa Ghana for you don't support good things wan hweye wo de wo ho beto asemo lawyers ni bebre no omo ya azan kura asen wo mo amuhu wo mo no omo nye lawyers no ebinum ye pocket lawyers I always say it obu wa wakosia law onye solicitor me fa ordinary lawyers ma ho me the solicitors ene ba me program so enti wono no de wonimu ane se wo bia wawo woni oyira wo enti wudu di ato akora ne so wako hwe wo visa na ikura wo nyame ya adom ebedi hu nkomo obi a woti kuromi ha sei a woni nkrata onpeso obekọ Ghana enye aware se nipa no akwanya ben ena eda ho edema no eno na me ka kiro sa ha de woni metena se a with God all things are possible nyame ya adom next week ebedi nkomo opportunities abad ya mama say no system na yo mu okromi ha no emema ni kura opportunity for nkrata wo apart from our rear obi asomu ye ne o sister abna say it nyame ya adom ne betena se da foforo apart from aware se me hia be ma me kware no me hia wo ba me kware no another opportunity e wo ho e de maye but eno no e go unfavorable for mema but lawyer Frank ni ene neti he e ma mo so mo de wo ho tinyame ya adoma ye bedi e ho nkomo enye nne enti next week woni yetena se a e bo 10 pepepe na wo dimirika na wo biebie o windows na wo biebie windows na wo behwe sister abana e kwan ben na yenya yete ha ye ni nkrata no mo na sese no mo hu hia me mo a mo ni nkrata nipa mo ni nkrata okrom ha no me ye de nkofo frem bebro 700 obi oni nkrata but we nipa mo hwe ye ntime ka makan gukwa okay lawyer answer na me be phone lines no atomu no matwero ato ho enti nyame ya adom next week so that I won't forget because enne no na eyeme diesel say yenka because for the past last week you be for sister abna fe no mabo sister abna fe no mabo Sunday guy be frame ya ye refuse no ono ni refuse anekra de ye san invite no interview because lawyer me say or Birmingham for so the more lawyers power Birmingham power honestly very bad or Birmingham lawyer was say afen no aba kurom ha o afen no aba ha lawyer ni 6 months visa na wo de buy ne kura emu ye den na wo no obi akọwo fresh baby wa abra nipa no ontu kwan poda obo wa onu sika lawyer no onye sa papa no de bia nkofo onye lawyer mpo so what you say me kura me nye lawyer kura no wo fra me na ka chim sister abana me no oba bia wo ha me go back check it when na wo ba kurumi ha obo wo sister abana me nya kuntunkuni me si no wo so lawyer me si no oba juicy kedi boy ni so ma beginning omo busa ni prove onfa oba ne nyem mra baby a wo hia wo ba no na British passport so de yekoji asa na ye no
no say common sense so o enter krom ha say no details
wo 6 months kura wi
enti so wona e bi nso ya application wan ka say woni mo baby kura wo krom ha ena waba ubedru ye 6 months no enru kura no wanyinsen wo ba ma na wo it's a miracle you know case worker no you know of course a miracle happened but onto na adwum ye ninya kakra nti be chechim sa miracle we dey ebia na afi na ABC wi ase nti wo kọ na want me an chechim ya and into most of them no yeah is for we bra
wo so mu busa no nyoma bebre ni nyina no omo de kọ mo de mo di sumie ye lawyer nyame adoma na sike bedi ho nkomo bebre ye bedi nkomo bebre mo mamani na ho wate ne nkofo anye mazan kogigi sika ewe kra de nya azan sa de no ya ma ba wonim se wo no nya de be ma home office ho no se wo bibia betwera ko ho bia no enya to hope agese wurade bam na home office ho no ma dwena sesan omunye hu sa de we ya waye no eye fake application bia wo de bi kura mpa na ye genuine application afi no wanya and so still home office can drill you trust me okay lawyer me pa chow me na me bia me phone lines no entum me very interested abra wo kasa efa eye enkura ho no enkura na ye do mu free Ghana abekromi ha no muntie bia wo kofa wo ase na ade ne baaye bia wo de wo biological child na wo de no baaye bia oyewu kunu ba oyewu nua na wo de ne baaye but ye kasa child a enye child say ye wo ba wo bia wo di wo nua na baaye wo di wo nua ne ba wo ne nkora abrem a wo ya akora bia wo nsoso no wo de wo ba na baaye wo ase akora na wo de ne ba krom ha so de na lawyer akirem say bia no wo 5 years bia no wo 6 years na akora na betena ha another 5 years biom and another 7 years biom wo ekrom ha same sa akora na waba no oni nkrata but yenye krom ha say no wo bia betimi abeko school ha eye free to say Ghana you go school free no eye free education yenyisika but be a dinner money and a wubetia dinner money Ghana ye kano school meal free meal ye be ma akwa na aduane di free and e be a wubetia and no so kra ne obi akra ne tua obi o hwa ne parents is destitute enti wonye sika ntua akra ne di sika enti government no provide enuane ye rich you eye kama enuane wo school de ma akra no enti kromi ha ene ya na wo ba ebe kromi asa akra ne kra 6 months visa so okra 2 months visa kwan bi akra ne fa so be kromi ha bia no school no don't want to know but akra ne be ko school obeko school free from nursery up to secondary school secondary school is free up to secondary school say up to college up to 6th form up to college meboa omoko university enti akra no ebeko school free akra ne person ko 6th form obewie secondary school akọ polytechnic akọ Ghana ye beka no poly akọ poly ana say ekrom ha kra no obekọ owie secondary school na obekọ college ana say obekọ sixth form ni nyina eyi free onchi ahwe na emom akra na bewura university enye free omo kra na omo won krata wo kroma no omo enye free mo ewo so mutua enu ntie wo bibi student finance enti student finance no ene tue school fees na ma enkra no obi a wo won krata
just say apart from before student finance kra no university in the obekwa o mebusa ID
ombusa nkrata wo ho okay enti lawyer say apart from say wo betua wo sika ne kra no university no ba bekwa wo be starting Ezra yemusa won krata ade say be a school ni person mutu kwan school ni kwa excursion wo baby school no omo kwa excursion anya excursion bia no mubesa so omo ko within United Kingdom yemusa mon krata but so omo ko outside United Kingdom ebi omo ko Canada omo ko Holland omo ko Italy omo ko America eno ne de yebusa se enkura no obi anko fa ne nkrata emra enye university primary school ne secondary school na America enti e hono ene teachers ni hu say oh akura we ni nkrata akura we won krata ana akura we kura 2.5 years school bi wo hokra na before ye be free lockdown ni mu no before ye be free 2020 na ye be free you mu no me school wo mo de by say ye indicate akura na citizenship emse me ma ha kra me be kan no ha enye wo programs me be kan no ase me ne many school kra nya problem enkra no ma take British almost say black British and am say dia he ne black British akra no kra British passport omu nyina obi ekra red book enti me enti na pese me nko take black no momo say British black British black Colombia or se hwan me so menti ase kire me se obi okra British passport ana mo tro white British e wo ho ba me so ma take British ma me san koyiti school mo se na no you need to take this na me say take what e one na me friend me ba boy keto na me say come Are you a black or you are British? I'm a British. Now so you're British. And let me take this British. So say we don't deserve to be a British. British no me na minimum say me white, me ba ne white into onye white British. But much British or what they are British na me take. Me nko take black British. And no more discrimination in Bemo. Man can't say, and crata Ukrainian fambra. Enti school no, ehu, sem crano, we won crata, raining crata, omuhu, by timer, or more trip, and I be bini, no moka sem crano, be provided, and mama yen whom most titus are moditi krumi has said. But we be university dia yebusa. And a lawyer say no, a chronic naha. More than 5 years. More than 7 years. 7 years, sir.
When the first 1.5 to 2.5, no 2 times.
2 times, okay. So I more than 7 years, sir. Then Kebemani 2.5, sir, 10 years. And son after 10 years, no 11th year, waba bejini indefinite leave to remain. Ne 12 year no, and what me be naturalization to become a British. Say lawyer kasa no me use lawyer asem wa wo kan ye lawyer kasa no oso se akora ne tena ha say after 7 years no onko 10-year route ni bio akora no ebeko only 5 years ye be ma akora no 2.5 mienu pe na akora no agene indefinite na chese akora no wo tena ha 6 years as 7 years na or you're British.
Wait me, I register. So
register as a British.
Even that one is for children that were brought here.
Some crown omo de na make on. Obi a ye did free Ghana aba. Not just a nipa ye did free Ghana aba, credit free Ghana aba no. So was starting in 2.5 years now. Obekomu 2 pet.
Yeah.
Enti 2 pet no. Ni following year according indefinite. Another year 7 within 7 years no. Na no ni krom hani akura eye pet.
Yeah.
Me don't think akura no. Oni akromi hani akura no. Eye pet no difference. eye good eye opportunity akora no ono so betena prema huhu ne ho e de akogana I am a British ye ma hwehwe mu se ye wo wa ha ana ya wo wa ha sei omunyina kra British enti me pa wo chew e bia na wo maame bi wo kromi ha wo wa adamfo bi wo kromi ha wo nua bi wo kromi ha onimu sesa opportunity we aba e bia wo tie mi se kra wo ye panyimu wo ko school wo college wo be ko uni wo tie de America no ka kire wo maame se mommy opportunity bi aba de amame enkra ni be ko school September university for o maame struggle so be nyesika e bi kra na de lawyer ka no maame na up to now oni nkrata enti okoje bosia kra ye mfa ma no eno de abetue wo school fees enti wo ye day and night wo maame no papa nyina na tie they have been struggling look for panya mo be fa so budu be university enkofo bebre emo mo ba nko uni because of that was a koneko pa adwuma eye mepa mo chewo share video no emma wo bia ebeboa no because oye wukrom ni o benefit a won so be benefit ewo maybe phone lines into man na say
answer na obebie phone line just notification
okay let me some call for question
so just a notification about Rwanda issue you know you can who asem
Rwanda say omo asylum seekers na ye do omo ko no oh okay
say there was a news release it said the last notification you know, they've sent it to the people and they are sending it to, so it's likely that possibly the first official flight you know, will take off possibly next week on the 14th June aircon so the first flight will take off you know and some na year can and some are buying or the year juma even though there are about hundreds of applications that lawyers have submitted to challenge this decision but the government is still going ahead into your TBBA mu say bia coordinate me stop government na yebema maswate but for the meantime the government is going ahead to remove the asylum seekers to Rwanda.
Dear lawyer Frank ne kasa wo form pa was said dear Miss Pretty Patek kan ye no say asylum seekers a ewo krom ha say no say no wudi aduro afa na wudi aduro fresh application na wobedi aduro they will assess your wadi duro na wudi no omo assess na wo so mo do ko Rwanda ye do be ko e wo se e do tena krom ya we first class didura na wo mo hwemu a e wo se e do tena krom a ye do be tena krom a but ekuo bi petition against it edo mo court to say yen stop Miss Pretty Patel sanya de obi kan what you empo Archbishop Canterbury enso so be kasa against it Roman fathers bebre sorry akasa against it but Miss Pretty Patel say no until it is still now no go ahead court no de ye first people no court first flight be move on enti no lawyer say yenim say be a court ebetimi a raise bibi a stop first batch na wodo mo ko no dia eni yenim but at the moment ayete he die court nkan ho hwe enti still na no or the first batch ko Rwanda. Okay, Ebenezer was also stubborn. Please, I am the one who asked you about my wife who holds a nursing degree. Please, can you tell me more about it? Okay, nurses for a sponsorship, no degree or diploma, no onkonkoye English test. I no IELTS academic. Say opasi band 7.0. Me pacho free of charge. Ubetimi a sponsorship ni bi ewo online. Sabre ya me no wo kasa ya no. Ubetimi a Google nurses sponsorship for nurses, overseas nurses. Ubetimi enye bi. Ne mo no me omo a me ya advert mo ma de ye free me ba be kan de enye free so me ba be kan. Omo no enye free emfa ma wo mo. Enti wo pe de ye free na wonya direct access from NHS a. Wontua ka pre ko online. Ubenya bi a eye free ewo eho. Okay. So for was Francis Casanti abana Zambrano nipa wo hwe me wo ba so wa share Francisca wo share one share enti Zambrano no ye twem ya postpone muko hu lawyer o ne mo be kasa obeje mo consultation fee no ne makasa Me pacho wo betimi afre eye 00447502422799 numbers ayede ye adwuma no enyina de the screen so eye mascot success enene no mo etena ase etwetwe enkomo no nyame ya adomo a me pacho wo frɛ na pese one lawyer Frank etwetwe enkomo a wo frɛ e wo na adwuma mu number ene the screen so no wo pese one share enti zambrano no ye twa o friend lawyer adwuma mu ana kasa woni person ne lawyer Frank kasa me pacho wo betimi na kasa wo betimi abusa any question emfa any program ne ho kra na question bia wo person obusa bia na wo betimi abusa studio numbers ne nyina at the screen so obusa lawyer ebeyiwa no me pacho me modin ofra emowudin wo de wo fra ya na wo kasa na napoku na opoku crazy say number please YouTube me pacho mo fa mo ko YouTube na natofo na na say me pacho ofra me mowudin. Hello, good morning, me dofu lowo ho. Me pacho lowo ho. Me pacho. Hello. Hello. Me pacho wa wo frese sia no. Hello.
Hello.
Nyame shira wate me hu se wa frɛ me a ye ade we di ada me nsa beka. Ko se wate bra. Me pacho yem ko lawyer tio. Me wi a me frɛ. Me pacho lawyer tio.
You.
Me pacho lawyer. Oh. Hello, me dof me pacho yem ko. Me pacho mentie wo hu free wo host. Hello. Hello. Yes, lo wo ni kakrama me wa me pacho.
Hello.
Yes, darling, me pacho lawyer tio.
Pacho.
Yes, me pacho ayen kasa lawyer tio.
Good morning, Pacho. Zambrano update nada.
Zambrano update nipa no mo no so ntime nka.
Oh, yes, Pacho.
Ah, what the fato so na me for before for why? Me for before for. Me pacho wa WhatsApp no me pacho yen call. Okay. Lawyer me pacho.
Big bizarre question be say into oba edru 8 years e wa hasia obetimi register as a British citizen enye sa na ye ka no also odika opese o register na 8 years na also onya indefinite leave for answer
na wa register no. Hello, me dof me pacho. Apostle me chia wo ene anopayi. Apostle me chia wo. Hello. Yes, darling. Me pacho me chia wo.
Good morning, Pacho.
Nyame da su shira me pacho yenko.
Pacho, lawyer, and say, Master, we made my cut short that, and I say, no, but still I'm pressing down. We application, who are in another year if you sue with the court, not a court, still out to me.
Yes, you can always do something about it. Okay. And also, no, at the current refuse, you're looking into it. Now, I feel, you know, you're shaking your before amend this the situation. They said, yes, I'm the same mistake. Yes, you refuse to application a court and no said that's the end of the tunnel. But of course, it's always difficult. Some will refuse, so our home office will just always go back and pick the old decision. So we have to look into it very carefully and say you're submitting a new application.
Good. Me pacho was so big to me assign aye. Why?
Okay.
All right. Me that's me pacho me the amount. All right. Me that's it. Hello. Good morning. Me dof me pacho yenko. Hello. Good morning. Me pacho wa was ni yenko. Then many problem and answer when. Hello. Okay. Lawyer me pacho or see please if you are applying for NI and they ask you when did you come to UK to live and work, please what can you say?
Yeah, so you state the date you came here. And of course, you don't need to say so about
okay. And ye me pacho wa wo busa ye no lawyer say hu hia oba ye wo nya adwuma hu hia so beka say wo ye adwuma because wo nya adwuma so wo nya adwuma ntime nkotworo so wa ye adwuma because you don't qualify. What it? Hello, me dof me bacho yenko.
Hello, Sister Abraham, pardon me, the lawyer.
Yeah, Joe, so sweetie.
Now, my question can tell pardon say, what they
Please hold on.
We are EU family member. Now, Papa Joe, indefinite now. A starting free, or better neighbor, a starting free 6 months near the Mao and not biometric card. Now, my baby or so would the apply for indefinite.
A statutory timer, so we be off Ghana and by timer will enter Chrome Hase. So the 5 years will start, assuming you entered Ghana in 7th June. The 5 year will start from 7th June. So, enter sounds to be a woo Chrome ha, and Yademawo. Until that time near the Mao, no, maybe I will overstay, and a chair will worry. And I will know and I will know Chronocotna and our way application. So it will start from Tama only or Irena and Albano. No Kruna so at night. But of course, most often people go by the date here and will buy metric card in so and they are no more used.
Me Pacho Bra, what you say?
Matia.
Me that say. Hello, me dof for me Pacho, what was the uncle sweetie?
Because I know your question when I about my application be application we can say when my passport for could move from and I think for back 1 year now my application the number photocopy of the passport in the means I no body no. But the paper good lawyer said, when supported documents being bad. But to now, no, when mentor kind of with the lawyer said, and no, on the court, back your passport, and I could do a mobile no another.
Lawyer won't say, or your application go home office and an application, no, ne passport no. Ne wo mo ho ba passport no no akoye foforo de okoye ye ne ye passport to dada na ye monsa no ne bi no ba sese no wakoye
ma akoye foforo de wo mo ho na be de ye ba tena mo photocopy no me ko bo ntaro na be de ko ye e photocopy no ko bo ntaro mo clear what you call it note be too so
so okay so passport no wo mo ho no mo and so passport no ho na so the photocopy ne kan ho that's the case that it's okay. But say be unim se passport no more there, then they will require you to make a new passport. But more there you don't need to.
Okay,
make a
good.
New passport.
Me pacho lawyer say more there won here passport for.
Okay.
Okay, me that say. Hello, me da for pa me pacho yanko. Hello, me pacho yanko. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, darling. Brand you what? Jina so na in the school.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, darling, sweetie, lawyer to your yanko. Yes, lawyer to you.
If I say, muni pepe. Pacho me.
Me pacho meet you ain't you who feel ho, yeah?
If I say, in case say be a unu kuno chrome but mutu ni na mo ni
nkra. Mami mentie wo ho free entie wo ho free ho
na ebuwo a ebia akwala no se unyo bi a owo.
Hello me pacho yenko. Hello wa was no yenko. Yes darling sweetie yenko.
Yeah, on it. Na ne papa moye.
Nyame nhyira ida say.
Na ano on no dina Congress na di papa no on so enidi ma bi se aba no so di no na mi be re di de na di no a koba ne papa na na kendli osango ka ti ba te kwa onde pale ne kwa omoya ne Ghana passport kwa onkita passport dia no sono ma dina kwa ile dia manana pe ni di en pa ma ka te falso money na me pay me send it will be also get to have and I find that time after say
okay me pacho mante wasem ne ye wo se hwan na ni nkrata e na hwan na wo bi na hwan na betimi ayusu aha
Akra ne je 5 years.
Enti akra ne je 5 years and akra ne je indefinite or British passport.
Akra ne je 5 years. After na December now on 5 years we were witness of our day.
Indefinite. Aha. Enti akra ne wo 5 years e no ma me gina so GB. Aha. 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 Meba papa no na that means say wo ba ne third born no meboa. Wo ba ne akra ketwa na ya wo ne foforo no. Aha,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, ubetime agina so, ubetime agi ama akra na ya wo ne foforo no. Na papa no so agina so agi wo 2.5.
Me pacho what the lawyer kan ye? Lawyer say mo be obeji bia ma akra no betimi agi bi ma me ni 2.5 years ni bia ma akra no. Na wo nso so wagina so e de agi bi.
Yeah.
What you say? And I make us say, Kruman Crata and a man and benefit say. Hello, Medoff Yanko.
Hello, Pacho. Papa, you need empty and I'm the son of the back room.
Patrojina, so I may be. Hello,
I'm a
Patrojina, so I. Pacho.
And the Bedemi Bisa said a good time I make up indefinite near be saying a bit here.
Oh, Stone also shows that we depend on papa no. And a normal would so quite your preset on a normal now will reproduce them in the current date. Until papa pay slip the bank statement evidence a chess all depend on papa no tenancy agreements will be providing so you still have to show say Odo papa net for the last kind of
5 years no. Eti pacho lawyer say was so provided.
Me pacho I think the baby I know hoye me fanda hoye chuka kanti me papa ma eje dai me kwana me tisisi.
O papa ma mo je dai no address you don't need to change your address from o papa ho. Eho ye choke nti wo bekwa akotena baby but still yeah e was say wo use o papa address no because you depend on the father say e ye adwuma na de wakọ ho e na bi a wo pay slip nti ana say adwuma na de wakọ ho a e na no papa na address nti mantimi use a e no wo betimi abehu lawyer e ye adwuma nti wo betimi a name still kra na wo so wo pay bi ba ko bi a it will still show say wo no papa no e wo da bond e wo link no lawyer say nipa no me fa ne say we ye dependent na wanya be 26 25 still e was so nya papa oh okay me pacho what
okay me da se pa
me su me da se hello me dof me pacho wa was no yenko hello me pacho yenko lawyer ti o
me pacho good morning sister Abna.
Good morning sweetheart.
Yeah.
Me so pacho na in school and pacho.
Me wa ha se me gara ni but me dey South African. You fit have can ba ha se. Aha. Ba ha ni dem kola mi ne ba e siki ai
Asalam.
And ye ba ha ni abewo ba ko ha se. Enti me fa se o mo confer the application o mo repeat ye first one and ni I appeal me. You will move 4 years in it. Appeal no move that. And for this case, me return for 7 years. Ama akolane ba kon, and kolane ya 7 years. And now they don't want ba hana 7 years. And now say they wo mo ha say no. Ebe nya 7 years and san o mo timi afre.
Dia wo ne wa ha say no wadi say.
Dia o and so o benya 3 years the 28th of this month.
Now, when free South Africa, no. Moba, how many years near?
Dear Modini free South Africa by lawyer say more ban no what you saying.
Number 2 years, yeah.
Ain't it say what was saying?
6 years.
Ain't it say the whole 2 years no was saying.
And I'm Moba, how much do Emredo say and what do I say?
Yeah, October of 5th October of this year, near 4 years.
Okay, so until still wait for 3 years. So you get 3 more years to wait.
Me ba cho lawyer so what 3 more years to wait.
3 more years to wait.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And the same, remember 3 more years. No, it depended the woman Hannah and answer my don't buy.
There you won't know what 100 years, no, dear 4 or 4 years, so because there won't know what no see when you're 3 years. Into no also in 7 years. Into no be waiting for 4 years. And at the ordinary free oh banana no 2 years and so no. Or no na it was some waiting for 3 years.
Okay. And I'm not the number when she said this I was near say remember I said after 7 years yeah. On the my 2.5 and I said in the street.
There be woo my minute there won't come on kwaji straight indefinite. Oba no na beje ba wo ma me ne papa ne de mo ba wi acheche de 2.5 sir. Why?
Okay. Ba nkora ne ombe mo straight indefinite.
There be
nkora no de wo qualify no ba ko no.
De ono no because say ango na ha into obeji 2.5. No agi another 2.5. And in the second 2.5, which is 5 years, and I'll be to me apply for indefinite. But the one I had the already indefinite straight
away.
Or do 7 years here.
Me pacho bra what you say?
Hello?
Me pacho ujina so. Bra what you say? Okay. Hello, me dof me pacho yanko.
I think I'm 5 years. Now I'm now Ghana and perform. And the problem is not meeting I
feel now when you 5 years. Maintain the chance.
I feel now when you 5 years. I say, oh yeah, worry, oh worry. Okay, lawyer, not just all worry.
And it's all worry. Yeah, we know you're in the Kabuma. I'm waiting me. I can find Oma. As a woman, I will fear episode do mobile. And to who lawyer and our fair officer, no, if we taking more information here, who can ever fast. Why?
Maybe I just would say lawyer say I just want to banana and they worry, you know. Eka bom na mo mienu nyina mo kofa akra ne ba.
Na se on like also on me
Woni wo wie because say 5 years na de ma wa enso 5 years ni nya nso ye de na ono wa wie ha mema obi ansisi oni wo wie woni ne nware by force wate.
Okay, okay.
Ye wi a ye ni nkomo. Why? Because when you wi a won krata na ekura wono asen. What? Ye wi a ye nka me wi program wo se me wi program afre me. Woni na wi wa he. Hello me. Ghana for. You. Hello me ba cho yanko. Yes, darling, really ye wa.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, friend.
Yeah, Joseph.
This has been a part of me, the enemy dance here, I can't busy.
I did dance here, D. Share Radian Munyam.
We must control it, much. I will not catch 1.5. That's a Binami can't say, get Manami can't review.
Ma'am, all lawyer BAD Waha.
Maybe I call my color, be quiet. Now, no more, my band, you know, well, Mubias me and from my mouth of a bamba.
Oh, I know you knew any
qualify. I just said, me and Peter in the fleet, and I said,
2.5 years, you knew any.
Monsieur, my specialist is from Com 1 and no correct, not happiness. 1 year crime, and just 3 months. Like a fact, I perform a banner with this one, 2.5. I mean, in the
hey! Wow! Wow!
But me banner buy those all I was satisfied for a long time. Me can't say Ghana for a YouTube program, he said. I'm one sexual have my color as why I don't offer a also be back to my friend with the Mabano. It's the moon who must got to 4. No more money, but 2 really got our back. More mamma won't have 2 hours dance and 2 hours for years now.
Hey! Waka, who chrome? 2.5 years before. What you say? And I make a chira will say next week in Yamea Duma, lawyer Frank or no one. One not Yanini bedin common lawyer Frank made me problem. They say, well, yeah, I won't know suko. So what you say? And was us and would do musuko and would and only me problem I'm what the man apart from that no because topic be a wa a yana lawyer me pursue swim yankasa you swim. But would the ana limitation all the total want to do? It's
important you have to be on the show rather than going deep. Because if you're not careful, commit. Yes, hello, me don't for me bacha yamko. Nyami aduma next week oh. Obi a woni nkrata wo kromi ha. Obi biara next week Tuesday. Don't miss it. Don't me say don't miss it. 2.5 years lawyer say said in number man. Me bacha yamko wate. Me bacha yamko
lawyer we bacha mamu good morning.
Good morning sweetie me Joso.
Pastor na mi shira mo pa.
Why?
Lawyer dear.
Hello.
Me ka say you know dance ya. Program na na yenko.
Di kakra she nyame animonyam. All right. Oh, me pacho we free so me pacho wa wo so person di lawyer ho dance pacho we free so ntimi pacho betimi aba why me pacho. Me pacho bra nye wa. WhatsApp ra yenko wa WhatsApp no.
Hello.
Me pacho wa WhatsApp no yenko.
No anti abani na mi sha moni ehma. Na mi sha moni ma ba mo yema o mangana. Me pacho
jina so why me pacho me fa ba jina so why pacho.
You are here but you see it. Na refusal no mo some of the divorce certificate and you provide here but here almost administrative review. But me find out from right say omo go su review omo document home office ana that's it.
Me actually say omo documents that home.
Me pacho wo so omo review omo documents that so home office ana.
But say yes, but me find out from right say omo say omo refuse and omo ka say yes in provide divorce certificate. Na you provide here and the law here administrative say for administrative review na ni enti your omo ka ntum pese me find out from lawyer say omo gusu you are gusu show man
yes omo gusu show me actually it's still ongoing until say omo administrative review omo mre kakra say delay wo hopa be application be the 1 year 8 months you know a whole lot of situation team mo beto mo kan why
okay that's fine.
Hello me dof me pacho yenko sweetie
Yo this time pacho person be say lawyer say me Zambrano application and also can Zambrano say my me dey ba
wo dey fabra me you anu ntu dey fabra
me
Zambrano application and I'm a bring me certificate of application my name N9 me get bia na me party adwuma
oh good
lawyer on some adwuma ni bi na America no
lawyer will handwriting lawyer handwriting is Zambrano ni na edi adanse no lawyer yenko ewura yenko me say lawyer
afei ni ono ma Monday en na me kwa adwuma me be do fia pe na me manager friend me say ma me mbe adwuma en adanya o say me yi me share code ni ma wo no actually me year adwuma me dey kwa year adwuma first one and I'm sad ko pay adwuma second one and second job no and I'm say me yi share code ni ma wo no omo verify or head home office no omo yes me time now me dey year my life they are going through me documents into maintenance fee kakas and some till home office for let them go ahead send me adwuma no na my year but me dey year adwuma so dada
yeah and share code you know I can't say into second job no almost say share code now aspire na because share code yana me said 30 days omo de mawa and I be an aspire into no so for office and momu and checking share what is happening
enye wo share code na expire
lawyer me pacho me crampo no initially na me nim say share code no
me wa access a metimi de enya share code because me first adwuma no me de ma omo no makasa na me se omo ye bibia de ma me because na me kotu ye kuro mu ni bi wo ho no ma oye pani wo ho nti ono na gi ni bibia no ye bibia ma me second one na me kopelo second one the crampo no na ma bi hu se wo se me so me timi na share code ni se me na me ni say metimi anya saa eyi ni bi etimi ye no ono na ye odi bibia ma me no trem se me share code ni na ono screenshot de man se me ko pay adwuma bia within 3 months ya me fama omo afi me ko adwuma wa ma me kwan se me ye adwuma me ko adwuma nla me bedu fi na no friend say e ma me mbe adwuma na me document no na information fi ono me head office say me bibi anya successful
mame mama wakasa bebre mame nkyere wade mu say ye ma certificate of application a omubeka kire wo say ubetumi aye adwuma ebinumo de ubetumi aye adwuma ebinumo won so e ka kire se menkoye adwuma sa certificate of application ubetumi de akoje insurance number which is omo de be ma wo kwa akopa adwuma eye up to the company no and they be decide say ye be foul ye be certificate of application ya foul and I am foul companies be brain no omu enji because we say bia ye mfa maw and a limited time enti no o company no they are not at fault me ba cho what you say o company no omunye at fault and I want me no omo ntwe enti I will advise you say wo see adwuma mienu a stay in your corner koshe adwuma ba akuni mu no until so me make a decision because company be bre wo ho a omo na accept a certification of application ombeka so wuni nkra wuni nkrata because wuni bi certificate of application enye nkrata adwuma no omo se obetimi de aye but is depend on the company no
temporary right to live and work
what you say enti o company no he say wuntimi no omo ntwe wuntimi no omo nye hwe de omo aka no omo aka eno ano no enti I think say stay on the other edumano. Why? All right. Me that say. Hello, me pacho. What now was the last call on the call? Hello. Okay. Lawyer was say, how can an uncle or a friend sponsor a student financially from Ghana to UK?
Yeah. So it has to be parent or the person, him or herself, no, the applicant himself or herself. Or parent.
Uncle,
the friend and an extended family members cannot do.
Omuntimi sponsor my school no ewaha. Okay. Hello, made of me pacho yenko.
Hello.
Yes, darling, sweetie, at me pacho yenko.
Pacho, na mtu sasa ni bisalo ya nise. Manya ubia ukita Italian passport on tuta kwa family mamo njino ifrija na bread ma na. Ite before free you mono no
me pacho me pacho Italy ni no oye wo yira na wo ye wukunu
like enya me share no just me tunani se ko bit na yama na mi tia sika
yenkasa later why hello me do for me pacho yenko. Yes, Alan, mami explain bibi wa ha say enchere wo bibiara. You law, senipa no, onye wu yire, onye wu kunu a, ontimi nkofa wo ba, emfa ne mbrɛ. Ebia extended family member say ye ni yiyu mu biom. Before no, na yiyu ni betimi akofa empo, na downfo bampo de na brɛ no. Obetimi akofa ni nuaba e de na brɛ. Obetimi akofa like extended family member. Ba say no, omumra ni nyina beye UK, oma be hye UK emra ase. UK mra ne kire say, untimi nkofa wo nuaba ma. Untimi nkofa wo nana nua ma. Obia untimi fa ne ma. E wo say ye within wo yire oba. Enti se nipa no wo ye wo kunu oye wo yire dia ne ma ye wo step children. Enti obetimi de naba. Enti obi a wobeka kire wo se a extended family me kofa na ba bia no obeji wo sika edi enye nokore. Why? Hello, me pacho wa was on the yanko.
Good afternoon.
Yes, darling. Good afternoon, sweetie.
Yeah, what design?
Nyameda so Israel.
Yeah, Joshua, go question me, and me I intention. But I say, Obiwa na wow. No, or you or settlement. But all the Akodana Papa or Ghana, or the Ninja of holidays, nothing Ninja in the fire.
Yeah.
But Akodana get a British passport. But for no Ghana, no. Obviously, Akodana should be about.
Yes, and then here can was say Papa no Ghana no. Obet my application as a parent of a British citizen living in UK.
But
Me
Me pacho lawyer ti o me pacho ye ntema me why.
Me din ni so dia chi so DNA say enya ne ye chechem say obetima kyerem say wo ba na birth certificate ni na e show.
Okon ni wo ba to mo se say ni papa ni ya ni ji.
I don't get you. I don't get you. Say, me fa na say e wa akra na okromi ha, me boa. Ma me ni ntimi fa papa na o te Ghana ni din konkohye so, enye ne sa because e was say papa no representing ne ho, ntimi mfa obi din ko eye registry see emfa nipa ni din hye wo ba ne so emaw. Enti se papa ni din enhye birth certificate ne so a e was say papa na wo Ghana no oye DNA ene akra no na no lawyer eboa ema omode ne ba.
Control of the fiancé, but fiancé, we work custody right. We do what fancy, we do that for the back more post to 14 years.
I'll say your fiancé, I mean, of course, I think I'll go further to be married. But you can say, and course, and a bit more looking into it. It's also a custody right, so we can look into it and help you.
Yeah, we'll go to the right, because some
Okay, then that's fine.
Okay, me patolo ya se friend
office, then we'll look into it. Why?
So we'll custody right there.
Yeah.
Hello, me dof me patcho yenko. Last caller.
Hello, Mabram Pacho, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sweetheart.
Mabram Pacho, Pacho, Mr. Lawyer said, me Zambrano application.
Hey, and na Zambrano phone can kana mo ha.
I'm a Bremen application certificate. Now, Palano vacation, Pesa may be on more eco holidays. But on the same say, that certificate not for the bread makes me the almost to Quayana.
Debbie. You can't, it's all kind of certificates now. Actually, I say, obey Martin, how you Juma. But into quine.
Me patcho men fan ko why na wuntimi fan to quine. Why? Mu betimi dia akọ. Mu betimi dia free kromi ha. Ba mu ntimi fa me wura mu. Enti try. Why? Hello, made of me patcho yenko. Wa Ghana course.
Good morning.
Good morning, sweetheart.
Na ko pon shama di na family na ka ma bi enu no bi pre ho.
Eme.
Me patcho na me person me bi say na no ya na o ye discussion bi say what the Accra Eco UK na panzo 6 months visa. This is law for ya which me ko school e ma ni.
Yes.
Na abono man ti bonu cheche no ni which me ko si say obi o ho no na de na ka tro bo ama Accra na ko school na say
okay, so we ba wo yenye kromi ha se ya wo ba no ye visitor e na ade ne ba ye na Accra no wo nko bi mu a e wo sa Accra ne nya parents obetena mo nche e bia da se wadanfo na Accra ne betena ne nchen e bia wo maame wo fa ana wo parents na ama na mo de Accra na ba ma me new parents because wo na ade wo baba ena wo ba ne ti kromi ha ena bia wo ba ye no wadwuma nti kura wo de wo so wo kọ Ghana ba wo nua wa ha enti wo nua na ehwe Accra no Accra no wo kwan se okọ school because Accra no de ne hye dem a social services for beba be che wo maame no ana on beba be che wo obi report to sa Accra bi hye fie ha onko school a omo betimi ha enti Accra no betimi e de na ko school wa bra ontua hwe ontua hwe de obetua ye ni uniforms de ona abeto ni school mpaboa ona abeto ontua book ontua hwe obetimi akọ school akọpem eye college anasa sixth form obekọ university a ene ohia nkrata.
Okay, and but maybe so also so could you only na abaka on so na tabo me ba. The same na wo me kire o mu se wunni ha na se bia wo wo de ordinary na kra ne betumi akọ school wo ni akra ni nyina aba mo ba ye no mienu nyina mo se mo nkọ wo de wo ne wo yire ne wo ba ni nyina mo se mo nkọ mo nyina mu ni nkrata still oba ne betumi akọ school me ba cho what you say obetimi ata number no so go office no and office na the attend down to na that room myself
direct ansana
it depends it's a first one or second one.
Okay yo me da se bebre nyame nhira wate ma mo frɛ wo WhatsApp ni nyina mo fa nche me WhatsApp course bebre mentumi ampeke lawyer me pa cho wo bibia wo pese wo ka kire tifo na yeko
medase etiefo ye dem asese mufa magwa na motie ye yetena hansama ye kan ye de koye de yanko ye nyina mo fanche masco solicitors ye dem asese mota ye chi na adwuma ye nyina no modi akomapa eta ye chi mon continue na mo fa akomapa ene mo pa bonta ye chi. We are here to serve the community to the best of our ability and making sure that everybody receive the best services that we can offer. We do everything: immigration, nationality, conveyancing, litigations, wills and probate, and of course family matters. Until say ajo adwuma na yeguso ye na bia delay kakra ba ma say de bia me ba ha meka no mo fanche ye na kakra because there's quite a lot of backlog cases here we are dealing with now, but we make sure say obi adwuma e be touch bia no enkudimdie and energy e beba nipa na brabom into the other masse semutie ye na monkoso NTA na mon support to skin pay outreach program so that it will go a long way to help Ghanaian community. God bless you and enjoy the rest of the week.
Yo, lawyer say God bless you and enjoy the rest of your day. YouTube was say, please, can you find out lawyer for me? Can my mother who has leave to remain married someone from back home? Yeah, Anna, obi o one quarter.
Yeah, it depend if indefinite or leave to remain. Whether it's
okay, leave to remain and you're indefinite.
It could be limited leave to remain, which is 2.5.
2.5 days. Want to me find yeah. And now also, please, can someone with a settlement status bring his son, who is 20 years old, about to turn 21?
No.
When you need.
Yeah, above 18 you can.
Above 18 you can. Yo, I tell for me that will be biara as will be biara won't me turn same. Everything no pa ebepemo sabre ma mo share video na radi nshiramo. Ma man share video ne so radi nshiramo sesamu suban. Yvonne me da so what sister Abna and lawyer. Radi nshira will be biara. Nyame ya adomo a next week. Next week nyame adomo a mene mo betena se ya yebekasa afa enkrata ombia owo kromi ha se ya oni enkrata ekwan bay na wo befa so na me ka kire wo se ya wade nyame ya adomo a empire bokese Louisa last week me hu Louisa Sam empire bokese ekoso ye di mpaye Yawada nyame ya adomo a empire bokese ebekoso yawada nyame ya adomo a emergency hour ye bompa ye di apaye fra paye eno mapaye fra wo twedi amponyankopon se wrade bramu na de adu de e wo se wo bam ayarese tumi wrade de ache ayarese tumi eye adwuma minimu hawa eda wo so minimu amane eda wo so minimu de wu ko mepa wo chew yawada bia eye anopa eye nondu pepepepepepe me pacho bo modia ne fo afidie no eto ha sei o say Bible say mama so amone so abre amokomu buo mumra na mema safo Awurade mema mahome Awurade ebepepa wani woni su na Awurade ebesue wo afri wa mane mu watiti mu ha mu ebia wutie me abra ye close down ye pon program no ye free a wo kohye dem wo kwa akosu wan na wo koka wasama kire no enipa besrew enipa bedi wuhwamo yare bi ene da wo so amanye bi ne da wo so aware no asei aware no agija wo hu ofedodo eto ye nkofo ye bi wakwa akoye bi enso still be ma bi ani wa wo frɛ wo sister brother me pacho bra ya wada nyame ya doma ye mienu ye nkan gidie mo Bible say pray without season. You see, ye mompaye ewo abra ye mre eho ehe na wo kobom paye me pa cha obra ne mompaye eho na wo behu se Awurade nwosra eye adwuma enwosra ede nwosra ebo enwosra mu ya wada bia ayare setu mi yare ben ene da wo so edien na wo hwehwe obi ade bia meka akora we de me se wo ye test or ye living testimony akora doctors woda ye funum aye wu no doctors say akora ni kidney ye ba akopɛ ensuo ejina akora ne etirim doctor ben ene betumi aye we say doctors aye bi ya refer ma me ne de na ko Great Ormond Hospital doctors aye bi afed the doctors ka kire ma me ne say we need to abort this baby akora wanya nyinsan a e won 7 months e wo se say nyinsan no girl no ne kunu wonye bibia ni because asofo de onye bibia ni girl no obi introduce Awuraba no ese ko emergency awaso ko meje empire bobi di emergency awako ne ko bobi girl ni kunu nyina no be ma wonye wono de wonye bibi ani o omo nyina be join na emergency awa na ye bompaye after emergency awa no wo mo frɛ Prophet Greg prophet say akora no will not be aborted because doctors say akora no ye wona obedi for me obeye handicap enye just ordinary disabled obeye handicap entini kwa say ye ma lady no enyinsen ewo obi a wanyem 7 months anefu aba ne kunu ka kire prophet say prophet there is no hope enti mesro me ma doctors nini prophet ka kire say emergency our God de wenye bi da no it does not exist yadem paibo eni akwankyere Awurade bramu because why ye bi da Awurade wo ma ye nimu mu ase why ye bi da date ya yadem ma Awuraba ne se ye be ye na abortion DNC no eyi ne ba no woni ne kunu ne nyina ade ebekyi amoma ye bompa ye the whole night prophet se ko na wo di nkunimudie beba ekrom anya se wo ye kwa akoyi wo ba akora wanyem no for 7 months ye koyi na to agu a okoya na ye de wakoto wo ye DNC o da bi wo mu akosensan consultants abem ye de Awuraba na to structure so e de na ekotiata e was see sign another scan was scan we de mi hu bi da first day wo mode mi ko ra scan nim ye de me ko chef die me body nyina ye de me ko chef die nim no me final decision o mode ba ye ne say ya ye was scan upon scan but we say no approve am ye say akora no e wo only one kidney ensuo so gina akora ni tirim enti this scan no ama ya approve say ye terminate the pregnancy the same scan no ye de not to structure so de na ekodi theater e was say san de ko the same scan ni mu biu the same machine na ye de ni ko wura mu na approve say e was say yi akora ne totwene no ye de ne ko the same scan mu ne ye de na ko ni kuna hye na taade Awuraba no so ye siesie ne ho da structure so ye de na wura machine nim ye de ne ko machine ne piaba ni photo abeda ho o se afede na doctors omoko no omoba consultant we ba no ma be hwe ni biom no makọ no omoba the Awurade to me does not exist. The Awurade onye bi da no na ebi nsi da. Doctor say no omoba, doctor say no omoba, consultant say no omoba. Lady ni so that structure na ne ho po. Omo de blanket abekata ne ho. Ne kunu say me die me hu say doctor say ba no. Ena me hu say Awurade akasa. emergency our God raba na yenim obi anim no minim no mehu ne da o hwe me kura na minim no mehu ne da mehu ne da. There is no distance in the spirit. Ne kunu se wo mote ho na consultant abetwa wo mo ho ahia raba ne da stretcher so na omo ayi no de na sifom ontena se. We have a good news for you, madam. A dear good news. Or say, akura na ni kidney ye baako pe no. Akura ni kidney no baako abeka ho. Ensuo na ejina akura ni tirimu no. Ensuo na dry. Akura ni brain aform ye. Enne girl no wa wo. Or would is it this year na last year? Last year wa wo. Ebedi adanse ye. Afa ne ho afa ne ba. Afa ne ho afa ne ba. Germany oma hada. Germany, another testimony. Akura baby. Me se di awurade ne ye no ne bi nsi da. Obia oda insolite eso. O what diabetes panie. Wo de na ye bra pressure. One bra pressure dura enko. Ahanya nkrata nko ena awurade de ma wo. Enkrata ne bi obi beka se nkrata de hwe. Enkrata bi wo ho a aware. Yenua be ma bi frɛ o se maame ne se dem ne ya aware ne so one ma wie ono wa wie won krata na sen ekuromi ha wo be ya application akokuromi ha emra mu no untimi nware mienu wa ha na wa ya application aware tu okuromi ha lawyer ben can convince home office agese urade lawyer penyini enye straightforward application the home office can decide see a debe maw anaye mfa maw but awari nipa mienu you obedem you will go to jail obedem and emergency our God de wo ye ne bi nsi da bra niemo mpaye ya wada anopa by 10 o'clock na abnes kimpe ma sha ase ma mo YouTube no mepa mo chew emergency hour ye proper service wa ha ye worship ye sa ye bonyom enti no member YouTube enti mesra uni YouTube uni Facebook create Facebook for empire bono enkwa ye wia no asan shut down na woko for wade so abra o pese wutu kwan o try visa enye adwuma wa ya application ya wo PhD and so the kotoa ye mfa you need a favor. This month is my month of good news. A month of May, a month of June, a 6 month, a month of visitation. But Prophet Greg said, a month of my good news. A radibe favor. Obi biara wakame home. A radi enshraw. Na me kan for tap send the amount say. Obi biara. Fani sika download tap ewa wo phone so. Never send the sika ekoma maame ne papa wo Ghana. Ewa abra wumpia bonten commission free. Me pa chow. Nemum kai so di promo code be ho. Ye be ma eye £5 extra. €5 extra. $10 extra. Eye tap send. No. Brago catering services to nensa edia from ame brago se bray. Na woni womo emra emedi eye ensa woso. Enti me pacho wo ye party wo ye event. Bibi biara me pacho from mami brago aseda emma alaji abas eyire ene nebusua. Na nakotoko asede wo be ye ma wo mo no omoni asododo. Enti me fa aseda PSA emfa emma wo eye brago catering services. Snacks to omonsa dia from me pacho who ye wo pastries who ye party who ye wedding any event bia na me pacho contact him yes snacks na me pacho omoni wo any eye ensa woso snacks for de ofre wo mo abibia mo no beye eye palito shito ena eto nensa de efre wo no palito say who ye party who ye wedding who ye bibiara all your event me pacho contact wo mo na ono mo any eye ensa woso eye best deal shippers omo e flyer enya embai abonten best deal shippers me pa wo chew obi biara wo pese wo ship nioma ekọ Ghana ye ba bedi summer school for nkra no e be ko holidays e wo se wo ship wo ma e provisions e de ko Ghana e bia wo ne abusua ni nyina e ko Ghana me pa wo chew memfa wo nioma nkoma door to door agent bia wo be kwa Ghana na wo nneoma ne mai wo provisions ne beba no na apapai na wo ma say difa no ma wie fa me pa wo chew eye Bell's deal shippers mesrawo sa wo pese wo ship wo nneoma kwa Ghana woni momo enigi sam kase a eye me de wo mo ho wo container e na pese wo ship container ne kwa Ghana mo beye enye se wo sesa barrels nkwa provisions ni TV ne nneoma nkwa na mo di ko wo car wato car wo kromi ha e bia wato car wo Germany wato car wo America wo pese wo ship car ne mfa nkwa Ghana ma wo e bia wo car wo use no kromi na pese wo de kwa Ghana no wako change stia na Best Deal Shippers eye ni nyina de ma wo Best Deal Shippers omo beye ni nyina de ama wo me pa cho Best Deal Shippers for omo number enie mesremo omo flyer nyamfa maye enti omo number Best Deal Shippers ana wo contact me kra na me de be ma wo enru Friday de no mo bibia ye ready Best Deal Shippers omo e contact 077 43 53 4857 Best Deal Shippers omo number 077 43 53 4857 and I will buy me Facebook me posti omo flyer no ewo ye Facebook na ye Twitter TikTok na Instagram enti mo behu ni nyina ewo ho omo de omo ye the whole United Kingdom UK bebia no Best Deal for eba ho ebefa monioma mo Scotland mo Wales mo bebia mo will be a Liverpool, Manchester, name them. Best Deal for say omonemo ebeye ejuma. Enti no abonus campaign medamo asibebre. Program kasiye bi baso nyame ya adoma eye wukuada. Wukuada nyame ya adoma program kasiye baso eye mi ankasa me papa eye Bishop Elisha K. Boateng conjoining with Archbishop Salifu Amuakon eye 4 days prophetic invention baso conference baso echine nyame ya adoma or say that says the Lord enti nyame ya adoma started from Wednesday echina on the 8th up to on the 12th of June baso wo address me pacho meba flyer no na eda so no mpamcho mama me 1 minute me fa embobo address because I don't want to me person me mistake mama memre eye dwumadie kese pa eba so eye Chartered Business Center number 61 to 65 Pallet Road. Number 61 to 65 Parrot Road. A second floor, north wind. A postcode XE5 9HW. XE5 9HW. Enti obi biara embra ebe have encounter with our Archbishop. Archbishop Salifu Amuakon erade enhira wo bibiara nyame ya adomo a menemo ebesan ehie biom Thursday ewo emergency hour eso erade enhira mo nyina mama bai meba yes Cynthia also can we join online also meba cho Facebook emergency hour de only Facebook na no emergency hour only Facebook madam asibebre nyame enhira mo okay Pearl why answer no me da say Facebook emergency hour Facebook nko a enti no Thursday bia no anopa 10 no machakura by 10:30 there na me wo so ye bompa ye wo ba ani bre so wo ba me maboda ma awurade gidi pa why enti ye nyina no bra ne be bompa ye ne bi ade bi a wo hwehwa wo nsankan ye bi ano bra ne ye mfa nkwa awurade ani.
An overhaul of our asylum system in over 2 decades. Our bill will bring new comprehensive firm but fair, a long-term plan which seeks to address the challenge of illegal migration head-on. Illegal migration is facilitated by serious organised criminals exploiting people and profiting from human misery. Illegal migration is counter to our national interest because these criminal gangs and networks are also responsible for other illicit activity, including drugs, firearms, serious violence, and if left unchecked, it is a risk to our country and our national interest. We will have powers to stop illegal entry, break the business model of the evil people smugglers who will face life in prison, and with that we will bring in tough new sentences, maximum life sentences for people smugglers, the facilitators, new rules to stop unscrupulous people posing as children, and also stronger enforcement powers for border force. And importantly, those that have travelled through a safe country should claim asylum in a safe country. This government will seek to rapidly remove those with no legal right to be in the UK, establishing a fast-track appeal process, streamlining the appeal system, making it quicker to remove decisions for failed asylum seekers and dangerous foreign criminals. It is a fundamental change that we will bring in, and we are the ones that want to control illegal migration. We want to take back control of our borders, and what this bill does, this bill will bring in fundamental reform, Madam Deputy Speaker, and with that I commend this bill to